really need examinations, because the need of an examination is not the student's need. So somebody once compared this to, you have a plant in a pot, pulling the plant out to inspect the roots, to examine the growth.
What an analogy.
The first time I watched it, I felt like crying, because I was thinking of
All the things
1
that you
year
have
of
done.
cases which I just
Imagine.
stumbled through it, and here just because there's somebody who taught you. As the dean, if I can't, and I couldn't even do it in the institution where I was.
But why?
Because nobody has seen it before, and nobody likes to do something which is totally out of the box. So the person who may just not make it to medicine may be not making it because he takes part in sports,
Correct.
which would make him a better doctor. In India, you join medicine when you are immature. In the West, they have a minimum graduation level.
That's right.
When you enter.
Wondered why.
We tend to, from school, when we are absolutely raw, we enter it. We are asked to choose a profession. Now, mind you, the profession is a C. They didn't just go digital. They spent 6 months digitizing the data sheets. The way the Westerners did was this to dictate. And therefore their dictation was something like a podcast. They keep on talking.
Correct.
They just keep on talking about this and that and those things. So the first time I saw the first step to digitization was digitization of handwritten notes. Because then you're forced to think as to what you're doing in surgery. Tend to vibe with a lot of people who think out of the box. You didn't have the courage of your convictions to stand up. And that is ultimately the only regret we are entitled to in life.
There's somebody who seems to be slower off the blocks, somebody else is not necessarily bad. In the long run, it may not even just level off, it may actually be better. And which is the truth when you look back and see.
Sigmund Freud's famous line to Einstein saying, war is biologically sound. I don't know if you heard
I haven't heard this.
So there was a lot of correspondence between Einstein and Freud.
Okay.
Because they both saw World War I and went to World War II. So Einstein wrote to Freud saying, having seen the devastation of World War I, why is the world rushing towards World War II? And Freud came up with that brilliant line saying, war is biologically sound. And his justification was that we are basically carnivores, warm-blooded, so we need a kill. So that he calls the mortido instinct. Right? In addition, we sublimate this instinct because I can't go around killing everybody. I verbally best you. We choose head of departmentships here by accidents, by serendipity. That is, you're the junior most person, but you're the only neurosurgeon, so you're head of department. Everybody in India is obsessed with numbers. I've done 500, I've done 600.
Correct.
To my mind, you need to know what is correctly to be done. Your marks never reflected it because you didn't understand
what's going on.
The system of examinations. Because marks reflect your understanding of the system of examination.
Correct.
I mean, I know people who knew nothing, but they knew what to study and what to answer. But in India, there's only one lab, me. And what do I know about stem cells? Nothing. Have I got anything out of it? Now you can flip it that way. Na sikhi hoshiari. You heard that? Sach hai duniya walo, hum hai anadi.